What you are witnessing is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in a New York moral court. Both parties have agreed to dismiss their court cases and have their dispute settled here in our forum, the Bonfire Court.
I'm Dan Lou Soder, and welcome to the Bonfire Court. A couple on a weekend out of town, when an old fling enters the scene. Her vodka-soaked anxieties center on a rambling tirade as public as a county fair, catapulting the mood from lighthearted fun to awkward tension. She said she was only drunk, babbling. He says she was completely retarded. Were her soggy soliloquies justified, or is she just a loose-lipped lush? We'll find out in the case of the Green Room Guffaw.
This is the plaintiff, Jay Okerson. He is suing the defendant for public embarrassment while being drunk. He says she was out of line when a past lover was hanging out and she fawned over his sexual prowess and dick. That she proclaimed that night is bigger and better than his. The plaintiff claims the defendant used that information to demoralize him in front of fans, friends, and strangers. He is suing her for her own public humiliation and $100, the price of her booze tab that night. This is the defendant, Christine Evans. She claims she was only trying to lighten the mood and bring levity to an otherwise awkward situation. She is filing a countersuit stating that, his dick was bigger, so, whatever. She's asking for the plaintiff to step up his dick game.
All rise!
That's funny.
Also, I never said better.
Now entering the court, Honorable Judge Jacob.
Thank you, everyone.
Good stuff.
The prosecution.
You can see his face like, what should I say next?
Fear,
Yes.
you will now present the prosecution's case.
Well, if anyone understands what it's like to be a stand-up comedian, try to get bookers on your side and fans alike, it's a difficult road. It's fraught with a lot of failures. And one thing you don't need is a girlfriend of yours telling a manager of a comedy club that you got a small dick. You've been tossing her around everywhere you can. I spoke to one Melba, something, I don't know, whatever her name is, in Washington, D.C., and she said she's not sure she could ever have Big J back in the Improv again.
There's a dick limit. There's a dick median. There's a dick minimum.
And you know what? I kind of respect a comedy club that's got a size preferential.
There's a dick minimum for the DC Improv.
I'm sorry.
This is only a heavy dick green room.
This green room's been featured in Comedian.
I can go back, but I can't go in the green room anymore.
Yeah.
Jay, you have to sit at the bar.
I'm here to prove today that Christine not only wantonly, it's with an O, embarrassed my client, Big J Okerson, her loved one, the one she lives with.
Claims.
The one she claims she lives with.
Allegedly.
Mr. Okerson, you will watch yourself.
Jacob's stepping into
I
this.
hear another word out of you.
Oh, Jacob's right. The defense has to be quiet.
But also that once she knew she was doing wrong, she continued down that path into an area that was so distressful to the client that he is now no longer the same quote-unquote man.
And just, hi, Dan Lou Soder here, just reporting on the case. Sidebar with the campers. Jacob just got the crackle sign for a gavel, so this is pretty fucking serious. Looking pretty fucking serious. Okay, sorry, Ari. What were you saying?
And I'm here today to prove not only is Christine awful, what she's done is terrible, but that Jay should seek counter damages, which I will state towards the end of this trial.
Okay. Pretty good.
That bitch knew what she was doing.
Order! Mr. Okerson.
Hey, Jay, what's up, man? It's Dan. How do you feel it's going so far? That was pretty good.
I feel like I'm already in the fucking bushes, man. I think I'm losing this thing.
No, man, remember, you're the offense. You're the offense. Visualize. Attack.
Ari said, so many times. I feel like Bonnie's gonna come out.
I meant to say that.
Way clear.
As far as Jews go, I think you got a dud. Is there one, he's snipped, right? Okay.
It's so hard when there's an actual lawyer only about 10 feet away.
Yeah, but he's sweaty. That makes me not trust him.
Makes me think he works really hard. He believes in his clients.
That's true. All right, we gotta get back to this trial. But good luck, dude. Hey, I'm right here.
We will now hear the opening statements from the defense. Ms. McFarland.
It's Mrs. Unfortunately. If it would please the court, I would like to take this time to ask for continuance.
That's already sidebar.
Totally. To look over my note. I've had a very full day.
Heavy docket.
I'm running late for another one, so...
Overruled.
Okay.
Ms. McFarland. Proceed.
This case is about integrity. This case is about honesty. This is a case about the greatest girl in the world.
Okay.
It's Christine, you guys.
I was like, I thought it was you, Mother.
No, I was like Scarlett Johansson. She's still active even though she's had a child.
Oprah?
Yeah. Oh my, this is about the girl who went to This is from Amanda Gott from 7th grade?
Christine might have. She did say the things that we're saying that she said. I won't deny that here today. But she didn't intend for those things to hurt you, Big J. She is always she just her being your girlfriend is like a walking billboard that you have a big dick. And that's how she feels all the time, that she's always letting people know you have a big dick, because here she is, a beautiful woman, dating you.
Who requires big dicks, apparently.
Oh, she's...
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She allows you to have sex with whoever you like.
There's something I'm proving. You haven't proven any of this yet.
She has threesomes if you want. She gives blowjobs whenever you want. I hope that's true. She's always got like extra spit in her mouth for you.
Oh my God, like a chipmunk.
Yes, she's a great girl, and when people look at the two of you, they look at her and they look at you and they immediately think that guy must have a huge dick. So when she made that joke, and it was a joke, there's always honesty, there's always truth and humor, you know that as well as anyone. She didn't think that it would hurt you the way that it did, because she's always saying how great your dick is.
Hey, Bonnie. Dancer.
Yeah. I didn't look at my notes once. I do have them written down.
Hey, that went really good. How do you feel about that?
I feel like I didn't get enough about that she was drunk at the time.
Yeah,
We'll get to that later. You have to ask her.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I would definitely I'd bring that up. You know?
Okay.
Like,
I forgot to say my closing line.
Oh, shit. Do you want to go back and do that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to be over here. I'm the court reporter, so I'll be right here.
And if his dick size, now that I know, I can say it with conviction, and if his dick size was in any way a concern to you in her mind, she would have never made that joke.
Hey, Bonnie.
And I'll also say this, she did not fuck DeRosa. Ever. Greatest girl in the world.
Bonnie, me again.
Yeah, sorry.
It's me again. Great DeRosa line, by the way. I just got to say real quick. Shampoo. Shampoo. Yeah, you didn't bring up the drunk stuff. I thought you were going to go back and bring up the drunk stuff.
No, because then Ari, the opposing counsel, said wait.
Oh, he did? Oh, yeah, you can't let him affect you when he yells over here, like when you and I are just having like a quick sidebar conversation. Again, I'm just taking notes.
I already had 3 of these bottles.
Okay, well, you guys stop drinking. Guys, we're all getting fucked up, and I think there's a lot of sugar in the room, and the judge is staring at me weird. I'm going to go back to the seat. I'll see you in a little bit, Bonnie.
Your Honor, can I call my first witness?
Please do.
Before we begin, I'd like to, with all due respect to my colleague, Mrs. Bonnie McFarland, I would just like to say that Christine is a woman, not a girl. I'm more feminist than Bonnie, so I'd just like to say that for the record.
Flipping the system on its motherfucking head.
The greatest woman in the world doesn't sound right.
Okay, I'll begin.
Yeah, it's not a teddy bear thing, though. It's a human being.
I think of it as like the cover of a novel. The greatest girl in the world.
Yeah. But it sounds like one of those novels that you wouldn't read.
You would.
Away.
None of you would.
Okay, well, that's just mean. All right, continue, sorry.
For my first witness, I would like to call, this might be unorthodox, I would like to call the judge, Jacob something.
The judge is the witness. I mean, everyone knows. Everyone knows how court works. Now, as the court reporter, I turn into the judge. Everyone knows that's how Bonfire Court works.
Jacob, have you ever heard Biggeth J. Okerson talk about his dick size?
I have, Mr. Shafir.
And what has he said about that dick size?
He's not happy with it. He would like it to be larger.
Let it be stated that it's something he's unhappy with and that he would like it to be larger. All right, we've said that, I guess. That's all for me. Your witness.
Okay, I'm going to go back to being a court reporter. You know what? Turns out that robe was a little itchy. So
I feel like Ari just won us our case.
the jury will disregard that statement. Cross-examination,
Okay.
please.
Did you like being the judge?
I want to be the judge again.
I'm done. No further questions.
Okay, I'd like to call to the stand Christine.
Don't I get to call people?
You have to cross-examine the first
I know, but I didn't get a witness list. I didn't know you were allowed to bring witnesses.
Well, you can't call. You also, I like how we're all learning about court on the fly.
Yeah.
You can't call Christine. You can call anybody else in
But
the
we
room.
get to. Don't we get
I have
to
to wait till she
examine
calls her
you
and then I get
guys?
to.
Yeah.
Okay, I get to. Can I? Oh, I call her. I can't call you.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you call him, and then I'll cross-exam.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
You can do that.
Jay, I'd like to call this the stand.
Oh, great. I'm going to have to defend myself. My lawyer just had a stroke.
Guys, turns out that fun dip's collapsing everything. Turns out it's not so fun.
Big J.
Fun
Okerson
dip
to the
just
stand, please.
So
much
fast?
easier to just
Yeah.
argue.
There's no one else here.
No way, there's music.
There's so many people here.
Yeah.
Well, we already stated for the record that you're unhappy with your dick size.
How could you not call Dan Soder?
I figured I'd flip it and call Jacob. Dan!
No, you can't. You already just called Jay to the
Yeah, I've
stand.
called Jay to the stand.
Now Bonnie's going to be using Dan against me. You happy?
I call Dan to the stand.
You can't.
You can't call anybody to stand until it's your turn to present the defense.
You're out of order. The whole trial
This
is
whole
out of order.
fucking
I
trial's
don't think
out
you
of
guys
order.
realize how overscheduled I am. I gotta get this done.
You get it.
I just got more cases.
You get it.
Dan, Big
I'm
J.
not on the stand. Jay's on the stand.
Jay, first question. Can you please bring up Dan Soder to the stage?
To the stage.
To the stage.
to the thing in the front.
That was a spit everywhere. That's not how it works out. Coming to the stage, it's the lead
I
witness.
can't believe you were almost a rabbi.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
All right, everybody in the courthouse, get ready. Coming to the stage, it's the lead witness. She witnessed the double homicide.
Oh, you guys ready for some testimony out there?
Yeah. She says she can put a fake to the stage. Your witness, Rhonda.
Jay, question for you.
Yeah.
Did you or did you not have a fight with Christine Okerson in the past, over maybe in the last 3 or 4 years, about her getting drunk too much?
Her name's Christine Evans. Let's not give her that nobility.
Oh, that's
I swear to God, I was like, did I didn't know that.
You didn't even invite your public defender to our wedding?
I am not Mrs. Okerson. That's another woman.
Yeah. Say again?
Did you have a fight with her about her drinking problem? Did you tell her?
In the past when?
5 years.
In the past, well, yeah, definitely in the past 5 years.
And what did you tell her about her drinking problem?
That she...
Objection, hearsay, Your Honor.
I'm the only one who objects in here, Miss McFarland.
Okay.
No, the lawyers object, Jacob.
He overruled himself.
The judge objects.
country today.
I object, and I'll let it stand.
I like that Jacob's got his own set of laws. Jacob laws, push-up laws.
I'm starting to think like that. The case in Making a Murderer was not that bad. No.
Well, because, we don't win. Smart dick people don't win. You're out there, and they're just the system's all for the big.
All the big dicks win.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
You come through there, and I'm going to come through the phone and jack you off. I'm going to rub your little dick till you come in my hand.
Yes. In the several years that I have been seeing Christine, yes, indeed, the argument is that she becomes a few people I know like this in life, where alcohol changes them completely. Knowing that, I believe she willingly still jumps in hardcore
To booze.
to booze.
Would you describe her as sloppy often?
Is it my turn?
It gets sloppy. It can get sloppy.
Jay, question for you. Okay, so you got off the stage the night in question, July 15th, 2016.
That has I just let the record show that hasn't happened.
I know.
That's the future.
And when you got
I
off
thought
stage
they got married and then I missed them.
at the District of Columbia improvisation, what did you find waiting for you as you got off that stage?
I got off stage, went to the green room where Christine was sitting with several fans. Several fans who I didn't know well.
Objection, Your Honor. Mm-hmm. Whose fans?
My fans.
Sustained.
Sustained.
No difference.
He's a real tough one. I used to be on the bench with Jacob. Man used to do push-ups before he'd make a judgment. One time we had a black boy got caught stealing a bike. Jacob said, "Do more push-ups than me and you have your freedom." That boy is still locked up. He's a man now.
Only judge I ever saw shadow box before a big trial.
I heard he goes with nothing under that judge. Keeps waiting for his dead wife, Deborah, to walk in that door.
Quick run through of the story is a bunch of people in the green room, the club manager, several other people. I go out to go shake hands and take pictures because I'm a gracious Q-level celebrity. And I go out.
I'd go D.
Yeah.
A headliner, a breadwinner, would you say?
A breadwinner. Oh, yes. The breadwinner of the household, for sure.
Objection. Mm-hmm. My client is celiac.
Overruled.
I'd like to see the medical records on that. I go out to shake hands. As I'm walking out, I see said ex-lover, who I am aware is an ex-lover of Christine's. I say to him, he said, "Hey, stop by to watch the show. He had a great time." I said, "Hey, you should go." I got to go shake hands with people and stuff here real quick. But if you want, I said, "Christine's here. If you want to go say hi, she's in the green room hanging out with the other comic and stuff." And I sent him, and I went to go shake hands with people. About 20 some minutes later, I come back in the room to Christine just being tatered with booze. And first words when I walk in is, "Great, now two guys who have raw dogged me are in the room now."
Now, this was in front of the fans and the manager of the DC Improv?
Manager, the guy himself, a girl whose TV show we did that afternoon.
Was she British?
She was British. Now that info's getting across the pond.
Now, Jay, how did that make you feel?
It made me feel awkward. It made the guy feel awkward. Everyone was a little awkward. I was getting some stares of like, you might want to grab your chick.
Counsel, you will watch yourself.
Objection to what you said before you said watch yourself.
And then went on to just keep talking about how in the realm of like disgusting, sloppy, random hookups she's had in her life, that this guy was actually really, really good, and they actually had a really good time together, and it was really fun. And
is this what she had told you previously?
Never with this kind of passion behind it. And in fact, I will say, I'd like to say for the record, if I could address,
let the record state what he's about to say.
She actually had changed stories from the beginning of being it was a horrible, nightmarish experience to being like it wasn't so bad to being like yeah it was fine to that night saying it was fantastic basically.
Objection. She never used the word fantastic.
She said really, really good.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. That's fact. And then goes on to say
I'll allow it.
And yeah.
I'll allow it.
My favorite's Bonnie's look of like, what the fuck?
And then
she's
so much of this she didn't tell me.
Such an overworked public defender.
It's going to be great when Bonnie and Christine have to go into the conference room after this.
I've got to take this call from my mom right now.
Bonnie just throws a clipboard against the wall. She's like, "God damn it, you can't leave things out like that."
She goes, "I saw it." It's just I get so worried.
I get so scared we're going to lose this thing. Then goes on, and this is the ultimate crime. Then goes on to just say, unprompted for no reason, "Oh, and the worst part of the whole thing is that his dick's bigger than Jay's." And everyone was like, "What?" That was the chins on the floor moment. And And then we left pretty much awkwardly.
Jay,
then she went on to argue and fight with me later that night even more. Like mad at me. Yeah.
Oh, I was unaware of this.
Oh yeah.
Mad at you? Do you believe because of her own shortcomings?
I believe because she was hammered and really had no idea what she was even babbling about.
Which is probably why you warned her in the first place not to get so drunk all the time.
Yes. And it was one of those, let's talk. We should talk now. I'm not drunk. I'm not even drunk. Let's talk now.
Jay, do you think you're a good boyfriend?
I think I am.
Let me rephrase. Mm-hmm. Have you hit her less than 17 times?
Oh, way less. I mean, it's under 5.
I'd like to object on that one, but I just can't.
All alone.
Now, Jay, earlier in the relationship, you found out that Christine had lesbian tendencies. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And did you invite her to explore those tendencies, or did you say, no, you're with only me? You may not explore your sexual butterflying.
I said, I don't have any jealousy in that realm. By all means, have at it. In fact, have even said, have at it while I'm not around, if you'd like.
Wow.
What a guy.
Thank you. Well,
so you allowed her to become who she really was sexually?
Yes, and I will say that I take some offense to the people claiming, like Public Defender McFarland over there, Mrs.
Sorry, I'm on
McFarland.
the phone with my babysitter.
That's come up a lot.
Miss Bunny, the girl, she no sleep. And I give her pain, I give her glue, she still no sleep.
Keeps eating the Play-Doh.
Her daddy must be a carny.
A lot of people keep throwing up that idea that, like, hey, this shouldn't matter. Let it go. Who cares? Because
well, this is not your time to do some soliloquy.
No one brought that up. Of course, you're the same.
When is the time for soliloquy? When my ex-lover's hanging out?
Oh. Watch yourself, Mr. Okerson.
Underruled, if anything.
This is my courtroom.
So a lot of people keep saying that. They go, she gives you threesomes. So who cares about this? I think one has nothing to do with the other.
I would say, do not you give her threesomes?
Yes, as much as she gives me, I give her. Because also I'd like to say, contrary to the completely farcical made-up words of Mrs. McFarland, she doesn't let me have sex or threesomes with whoever I want. In fact, there's several people I've selected that she has not had any interest in.
Objection, Your Honor. I was an English major. It's whomever.
It actually, I don't think the reality is it has to be. She allows me.
That's the most shocking thing to come out of this trial.
She allows
You're
me.
an English major.
That really is. There's been a break in the case, everyone. What actually happened is I get to have sex with whomever she wants.
Oh.
Sustained.
This is heating up.
She does the one picking.
Luckily, I want to have sex with pretty hot girls.
What? Well, what's this, Jacob? Judge Jacob.
Order.
Miss Bonnie,
Mrs.
you're a
Evans, you
witness.
will wait your turn to speak in this courtroom.
I think it's cross-examination time. Hold on real quick, though. I just got to scurry over to the witness box. Hey, Jay, it's me. What's up, buddy? Nothing, dude. I was taking a piss. What happened? Oh, man, I think I am killing it up here. Yeah, dude, there was this dude in the hallway, and he was all like, the guy with the gloves without the fingers? Yeah. It's like a good dude. Yeah. And I was like, that's my buddy Jay. Yeah. And he was all like, yeah, he's like, cool. I got Rich Voss's wife on the ropes, too. Oh, wait, she's in there? I think she's in there. I'm a huge Voss guy. Does she do crowd work, too? Okay, sorry, man. I gotta go back to reporting. All right, good luck with the cross-examination. Thanks, bro. All right, peace out.
Mrs. McFarland, your cross-examination.
Mr. Okerson! Are you a comedian?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And when you do your comedy skits, do you ever bomb?
On rare occasion.
So it has happened. Material that you've used that has killed in the past, you've taken to the stage and bombed with it. Do I have to keep using this voice? No. Okay, thank you.
Your Honor.
Where are you going with this, Miss McFarland?
It's pretty obvious what I mean.
Trust me, Judge. I'm getting somewhere. You're gonna like how this turns out.
Your Honor, can I just say for the record that Big J has a comedy special coming out June 17th?
That is
on
not
Comedy Central?
the prosecutor's job.
Hey, Ari. It's Dan Sutter, court reporter.
Hey, Danny.
Hey, way to bring that up, dude. It's midnight. Friday, June 17th on
I
Comedy
just
Central.
feel like if people could set their DVRs now.
Yeah, live at Webster Hall. It's Big J. Okerson's hour special on Comedy Central. Also, Thursday he's going to be at the Stand at 8 p.m. taping Unmasked Ron Bennington. Hey, that's going to be pretty cool.
You could always just DVR my special. Another choice you could have is if you're in the Cleveland, Ohio area.
Yeah.
You can see Dan Soder.
Oh, shit. I totally forgot I'm going to be in Cleveland that weekend. Hilarities. 7 shows. Like I'm doing a fucking summer residency there.
Holy shit, that's a lot of goddamn shows.
Yeah. I mean, they're really working me to break in that club.
That's enough shows to officially perform in front of everyone in Cleveland.
Yeah.
All the dead people.
Except LeBron. Okay, anyways.
I just got back from the bathroom. Sorry about that. So I hope you guys had a lot to talk about.
Girl lawyers and their periods. Am I right? I mean, am I right? Guys, I'm going to toot up real quick.
My point is this, Big J, is that
Mr. Okerson.
you have done jokes that just because they don't do well doesn't mean they're not good jokes.
Sure.
Okay. Well, is it possible that in Christine's... and also, let me actually back up for 1 second. Because hasn't Christine been drunk in the past, made jokes that haven't worked, and then the next day all is forgiven and you're just happy to... Isn't the point of this whole thing because the joke that she made was about your dick size? And that's where you draw the line. You can make jokes about anything else, but when it comes to your dick...
Mrs. McFarland, I would have to say, any joke that I've told that has bombed has had the structure of humorous intent, of where I feel there was none. These were just stating uncomfortable facts.
That's in your opinion.
It's not like he's Joe DeRosa.
I think I already brought that out.
You know what? I'm not a ranting comic.
Order, Mr. Shafir.
Shampoo. Now, you said that Christine came into the room and was drunkenly ranting and making everyone feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Isn't that something that has pleased you in the past? A room full of uncomfortable people?
No.
That's Metzger.
Your Honor, let me remind you that you're under oath.
My buddy had no idea there's a chance I would say no to that. She was, oh, shit, that throws everything off.
Wait, you love that.
A room of uncomfortable... Yes, but I'm
In fact, haven't you been on stage before where if you had found out that there was a woman there with 2 lovers, you would have definitely talked about it in the room that night on stage?
Can I just say that's a great question?
But how would I find that out? What do you mean?
You do a lot of crowd work. I'm sure you have abilities to
and
get
she's
things.
Sitting there with 2,
Some woman is in the audience.
Okay.
And she's sitting there with a man, and she tells you, "Oh, my ex-boyfriend is sitting over there." You would not, because you wouldn't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. You wouldn't talk about it. Is that what you're alleging?
I would talk about it. Yeah.
You would talk about it.
100%.
But when Christine does it, and you're the one that's being talked about. Let me also just point this out. Did you say that Christine was being serious when she was saying that the guy was a good lover?
Yes.
Well, how could that be then when her joke was, but the worst part is... Isn't that how she set up the joke?
No, it was...
But the worst part is... Sorry.
Because it's been
getting into it too much.
Because it's been a conversational issue before. That's why she's saying the worst part is it basically because I said she's ran the gamut of that story.
So you've talked about this man before.
Yes. And
did you ask her about her sexual relationship with this man in great detail?
Yes.
Did you ask her if he came on her face?
Yeah.
Did you ask her with the intent to find out the truth?
Yes.
And so when she told you the truth about his dick size, should she be punished for that? I know. I'm like, I feel like
She's got Kevin Spacey face.
Don't try to get me off my game. I'm winning.
Doing good. Doing way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, so you asked her to tell you the truth, but then when she, in her joke, told the truth, which is all a part of comedy, you got upset.
But she's not a comedian. She wasn't doing
That's your
comedy.
defense?
She wasn't doing
She's not a comedian.
She wasn't doing comedy
But
in the
she's
green
been
room.
around comedy a lot, and in her drunken state, is it possible that she thought she was being funny, and her intent was never to hurt you, but to get laughs?
No.
I rest my case. No more questions.
No.
I don't know.
The defense is wrong.
Samantha Montavani.
As we can see in the case of the Green Room Guffaw, star witness for the prosecution, Jay Okerson, looked to take a blunder at the end. When we come back, a star witness.
Oh my God, I was looking at the wrong case that whole time.
Will public defender Mrs. Farland come unraveled? Will Jew prosecutor Ari have some sort of Jew knowledge? Will I keep talking silently to Jay on the side because we're friends and I kind of miss just hanging out with him? Yes. All that coming back up on the Bonfire Court. In the middle of the Green Room Guffaw. So far, Guffaw. So far, prosecution's proved that Big J likes making jokes, and the defense has proven maybe he can't take one. Coming up, the star witness for the defense. Welcome back to the Bonfire Court.
The prosecution has rested its case. We will now hear from the defense. Mrs. McFarland, you may proceed.
My first witness is the bailiff.
Andy?
Oh, no, wait, what are you?
Court reporter.
Court reporter.
Court reporter Dan
Sorry.
Dan Lusoder.
Sorry.
Court
Dan
reporter.
Soder, my first witness.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Bonnie.
Hey, I'm a big fan.
Love your podcast work.
I heard you have a huge dick.
I'm a bigger fan of your documentary work.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is a fun thing to do. So, have you heard? You're good friends with Big J Okerson.
Correct. Yeah, we're radio partners.
Does he ever make jokes about his dick size?
Yeah, but we all do.
Hey, whoa! Just answer the question, please. Does he ever make jokes about the size of his peni?
Yes.
I heard he
two
said.
penises.
I know.
and that's why I said yes to peni, because we joke
But he
about
also owns Dan's. That's what you don't
I
know.
thought you were trying to call it a peenie, which makes it sound so small.
Does he ever make jokes about his peni? My daughter thought it was penny.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Speaking of which,
does he make jokes? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, he makes jokes about it. And so then one would think, have you ever made jokes about his penis size?
No.
That's a lie.
No, I don't
No
think
further
so.
questions.
You wouldn't.
Strike that.
You
Strike
wouldn't.
that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. On the other hand, you wouldn't.
My witness, Judge?
It's shit.
No, you're...
Dan, you're a comedian.
No,
are
I
you not?
rested.
Yeah.
Do you know the difference between making a joke in private and making a joke in front of other people or it's not private?
Oh,
Great question.
absolutely. I would say as a comedian, I don't think I would ever feel comfortable making a joke in front of people I don't know unless I knew it was going to be really funny.
Mm-hmm. Do you know about audience being different than depending on who it is?
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Like certain jokes you wouldn't make fun of your mother that you would also make in front of your friends.
Oh my God, yes. If there's family in the audience, I mean,
Overruled.
I guess the best way I can answer your question is it depends on city to city, night to night, audience to audience. Like I'm going to be in Cleveland at Hilarities.
Oh yeah, 7 shows.
7 shows.
That's going to be June 15th through Sunday, June 19th.
Yeah, dansoder.com if you want tickets if you live in the Cleveland area. But I mean, but yeah, I would probably say I know the difference between audiences.
Okay. And he definitely knows the difference between audiences. You can see a great one on his Comedy Central special, Not Special, which is available for download on iTunes, both as a special and as an album now.
Yeah, I recorded that.
But
in
it is
Philly.
special.
I recorded. Thank you. Thanks. Thank
So
you so
he
much.
lies.
I didn't lie. I don't know why this is about my character. And aren't you done asking?
Objection, Your Honor. Can you tell her to shut the fuck up, please?
This man is a proven liar.
I'm a reporter. That's what we do.
Oh.
So there are certain places where you make a joke and other places where you won't make a joke.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Okay, that's all. Dan, one last question.
Yeah.
You've been a boyfriend before?
Oh, a very bad one.
Have you ever been a good boyfriend?
Oh, multiple times.
Can you imagine allowing your girlfriend to just fuck whatever girl she wants? Just to be sexually like, fucking go for it.
Oh, I'm from the high plains of Colorado. That's not really acceptable up there. We're very monogamous.
Okay, that's all the questions, Your Honor.
I mean, that's just mountain law.
Just mountain law.
Do I get to cross?
No.
Oh.
I got to go do some reporting.
Hold
on,
she can.
I
She
will
can.
allow one last question.
Okay.
One last-
McFarland.
I don't know what to ask.
A redirect. Your Honor, a redirect?
Yeah, should I talk to myself? Hold on. Let me ask myself some questions.
What do you think Dan, what do you think I should ask you to win this case?
Where I'm at this next week? I've already plugged that.
You've already plugged it.
Oh, about your where I'm going to be tomorrow night?
Yeah, where are you going to be tomorrow night?
At the Village Underground for a live taping of My Wife Hates Me with Bonnie McFarlane and Rich Voss. Myself, Ari Shafir, and Big J. Okerson are going to be judged.
It's going to be great.
Okay.
Your Honor, this has nothing to do with my show in Nashville on Wednesday night or my show at the Comedy Store June 23rd.
That's true.
AriShafir.com for tickets.
What a great girl Christine is whispering that to you.
So am I dismissed?
She is a great girl.
You are
Every other guy really loves her
Mr.
around.
Say again, Your Honor?
Mr. Soder, you are excused.
Okay, great. I'm going to go interview myself. Dan, how'd you feel that went?
Miss McFarland, proceed with your next witness.
Christine, I call Christine to the stand.
Oh, hell yes.
I don't know, for those of you watching at home, a very
Surprise
unique and some would say not smart technique of calling your own client.
Why?
in a
He
defense
called
case.
his own client.
OJ never got on the stand.
Thank you, Jay. Back to the trial.
Then when
I'd like to remind you that
When you
my
do the glove
client
thing.
never killed anyone unless
She
you
killed
count
my
their
ego.
spirit.
She killed my ego.
I'm glad you brought up ego because
I'm gonna do
this
that
is
guy.
what I'd like to talk about.
I'm gonna take that guy in court the other day. Just took I was gonna dive at Christine.
Christine.
You motherfucker!
Christine, how are you feeling the night in question?
The night in question, I was very, very, very uncomfortable because part of the story that's been missed is that we had a really, really beautiful chick with us that night that we were going to bang. I was also
Welcome
on my
to the
period.
world, sweetheart.
I was also on
She
my
sounds like
period.
a pretty
but
delightful
I wanted to
girlfriend.
make sure that Jay had a good
Objection, Your
time.
Honor. How is she gonna bang her on her period
Exactly. I was just going to mess around and work around it so Jay could get some new puss.
and ruin the sheets at the
What
Best
a
Western?
great! Are you a great girl?
What a great gal, right? So I was bloated and uncomfortable. I saw the guy
Does your
in
back
question.
hurt from sucking your own dick?
Is that why you started
exacerbated by the
drinking,
liquor she drank.
Christine?
I started drinking at first just to have fun. Then me and this girl were watching the end of Jay's show, and I saw the comic that I banged. Now, this guy is not somebody I'd be attracted to. I was drunk both times I had sex with him, and it was about 35 pounds ago.
And can you describe what the gentleman
3
looks
times.
like?
He's about 5'2", and he's kind of self-proclaimed psycho.
Yeah, not. Would you say
It's
Not my
schizophrenic.
type.
he's not a good-looking guy? And so, when it comes to ego, which I think Jay knows a little bit about, for your own ego, you kind of had to say he had a big dick. Otherwise, why else would you have fucked him?
Well, I was also uncomfortable because one time after...
Answer the.
Yes.
What? Why would that be?
Well,
because otherwise she was just fucking some gross troll. At least she gets to be like, well, he had a big
How
dick.
did she know he had a big dick before she fucked him?
I didn't think about that.
Oh, God, that's.
Her defense was at least it wasn't DeRosa.
My defense was it wasn't DeRosa because it was me, DeRosa, and this guy doing shots the night that we banged, so thank God.
Well, did you intend to be funny the night in the green room when you said the thing? When you said, but the worst thing about it is, which I think is a very funny line, the worst thing about it is he had a bigger dick than you.
Yeah, no,
Hilarious.
it came off.
It's not what she meant.
Now look. I shouldn't have been. I should have just accepted my own discomfort and maybe not have gotten super hammered. But in my hammered state, I was trying to almost get ahead of it, because this is something where after a Legion of Skanks podcast one night, Jay had all of his friends guess which comic I fucked, and his producer, who was also in the room, called his name out, and it's kind of an embarrassing guy to have let inside my pussy.
So you had to say. You had to say it. Isn't that right? You tried to play it off as a joke.
Your Honor, the language? The language here? We're not objecting.
No further questions. No, I have one more question. Did Big J get to fuck the girl in question that night?
He did. He was not mad enough to not fuck her.
So he was angry.
Why would his anger you stop him from fucking some other girl?
Why?
That's like saying this restaurant sucks.
Me too.
So he was angry, but not so angry that he wouldn't have the threesome.
If anything.
No more questions, Your Honor. I don't know why I got that accent.
He fucked you on your period.
A shocking revelation in the case.
Oh my God, people don't know about the asshole?
Does the public defender take it in the butt? I think we've just answered that question. Another startling development. This beautiful woman that Jay had sex with. She left out of the case. Will this affect the jury? 866-844-266-3399.
Forget the first 866 part. That wasn't part of it.
Yeah, that wasn't part of it. 844
Comedy 9. Jesus H.
Hey, I'm reporting. I'm also eating runts.
Man, I am nailing these runts. I am crushing runts right now.
Christine.
Which leads us.
Good double entendre.
Your Honor, can I
Which leads us to the cross-examination.
Miss Okerson. Excuse me. Miss, whatever.
Evans.
It's really how I've had it on my phone since I met you, so sorry.
By the way, hey, Jay, these runs are so good.
You really are better than I thought.
Big dicks.
Christine, have you ever had another boyfriend in your life?
Yeah.
Okay, has that other boyfriend encouraged you to explore your bisexual tendencies?
All right, thank you.
No.
Would you describe Jay as a good
No,
boyfriend?
we broke up because of it.
Would you, really?
Yeah, this is another story for another time.
Wow.
No, it ain't.
Other boyfriends have broken up with you over your desire to be who you were. And yet this man says, go for it. Go with other women.
This is not an attack on Jay's character whatsoever. I love him. He's the greatest man in the world, and I'm so lucky to be with him. That is not my defense. My defense is...
No, it's not your time right now.
Trying to hurt him.
I object to la-la-la-las. Christine, you've gotten too drunk in the past, true?
True.
Have you gotten so drunk that you hit on Dave Smith?
No.
Really?
For sure, no.
Interesting. Okay.
I had my friend show him her boobs once.
True story.
Oh, wow, that's great. And did he pretend like he had a boner because he's secretly gay? Everybody knows it? Next question. Christine, would you describe yourself that night as a slop factory?
Yes.
You would?
I would.
Okay.
I've never heard that term.
Just wrecked.
Okay.
Dude, I almost choked on a runt.
So that pretty girl that night.
Bringing it back. Call back. Double entendre call back.
So you changed your story. What you told Jay about that comedian is different than what you said in front of him and other people.
No, me and Jay have just gotten in a lot of conversations about bullshitting in the past, because when you're in a new relationship, you want to lie and tell him that nobody's as good as you. I've never had good sex ever. You're the best. I didn't even know what sex was before I met you. Now, Jay's like a CIA agent, and he can read the lies and tells on your face.
That's a pretty big fucking dumb lie.
It is a dumb lie. It is a pretty big dumb lie.
Everyone else in the world raped me until you came along.
I've gone from not that great to it actually was one of look, I've woken up next to heroin addicts on a bathroom floor I didn't know I was in the night before.
Cool.
It wasn't one of the worst experiences, and the guy has always treated me nicely.
Okay, Christine.
Stop talking, Christine.
Christine.
This is going to end up being. We're going to end up having a fucking. We're going to have a fucking drive to fund Christine's therapy.
You've made tons of mistakes.
We have theme music for intervention.
Yeah,
Christine, do you regret saying that stuff in front of that guy and Jay and Melba Toast and the fans and that woman? Do you regret saying those things?
1,000%. I was trying to be funny, but I don't think you should try to be funny by throwing your partner under the bus.
Okay.
Wow. Hey Jay,
I'd like to bring up a possible Miss Slop Factory. Yes, sir.
Hey Jay, that was pretty crazy that she just admitted that.
No, she wasn't making a joke.
It it was a joke because you
How could she
said
hear
the
that?
worst
She's all
part.
the way up. She's all the way up on the stand. How could she
hear you?
This woman has the ears of an eagle. Do eagles have good ears, or bats have good ears? I don't know. The trial's still going on. I think bats have the good ears. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, wait.
Christine, go ahead and say your piece.
Okay, so from what I understand, because I was, what do you call me, a slob factory?
Slop factory.
A slop factory. That's fantastic. I was really
Slop
fucked
Factory
up.
works for the record.
Now,
One works.
I will take the joke, even though it was just screaming fact, which is not a joke. It was about timing. And when Jay said the worst part is it wasn't even that bad, I went, the worst part is his dick was bigger than yours.
Hilarious.
That's not what happened.
That's what you told me happened.
That's not what happened.
You blacked out? You're saying you blacked out?
I'm fuzzy. I'm brown.
Christine, may I suggest a possible solution for you?
Sobriety?
No, not sobriety. I'm a complete
just send her to
drug
rehab? Does
addict.
she
There's
have
no
to go
way
to
I would
jail?
suggest that for anyone.
Bonnie's like, Your Honor, my client is clearly in mental distress right now. Can we not?
She's drunk now, Your Honor.
So
I'm
we
so
agree.
sorry.
We agree, Miss Factory, that
But Jay could put in a fucking lineup. He could
put your hand down.
He could say where his dick is with every guy I've ever slept because he's had me tell him whose dick is bigger and whose dick is smaller than his.
Not in front
It's
of him and
always-
Bookers.
And it's always them. Sorry, everyone. I'm getting hammered on these little tiny soda juices.
Christine, so we've stated that Jay is a good boyfriend.
Great.
We've stated that you fucked up that night.
Yes.
A possible solution for you.
Plea deal?
Yes, plea deal.
Oh my God, I can't believe that.
Your Honor, overrule her, put a muzzle on it.
You can't be doing a plea deal on the stand.
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, it'd be funny. You're all like, thanks.
I am going to suggest something as unorthodox as a boyfriend who lets you explore your sexual tendencies with women and whatever you want.
Oh my God.
I am going to suggest that you give one Big J Okerson one free fuck without you there per quarter, anywhere in the country he wants, one of those 4 times with no condom.
First of all, absolutely not.
Hey, she's still on the stand. The judge is not doing his job. Judge, you're the one who's going to say, not him.
Would you or not agree?
One kid, which is enough. I'm not having him have condomless sex with some whore that might try to take his sperm and get pregnant off of Big J sperm.
Well, as tough as that is, I am willing to meet you halfway and say, okay, all 4 times with a condom.
Hey, Jay.
And no coming inside in the condom. He has to pull out and come on her.
What are you talking about?
You have to.
No,
he has to eat the condom.
So sorry.
Who pokes it? His condom.
Jay doesn't own condoms.
He's going to buy them.
Hold on,
The way you've been drinking these little bottles, you got it down.
Hey,
Mr. Shafir, the phone jurors will decide this case. You will not make separate
I'm
deals
saying
here.
she thinks that's a good idea.
No,
Let the phone
because-
jurors know that she believes that's a good idea.
The problem is that
I don't think any of this should be allowed. I mean, I feel like this is stuff that, yeah.
It's interesting that a woman in a monogamous relationship would tell someone who's open about what should be allowed.
well, also
Overruled, Mr. Shafir. I'm going to strike it from the record. Proceed with the case.
We're done.
Jay.
Hey,
Yeah, it's pretty much.
what's up, buddy?
Hey, real sidebar real
Let's
quick.
not do closing
Yeah.
arguments.
It's,
Let's just see what the jury says.
pretty solid she respects your sperm like that.
Yeah, she really treats it like life's blood.
I mean, it's like that was like a real that was like an outbreak worry.
I'm not gonna lie. My lure kind of just grabbed the ball and started taking off there.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to no condom fuck any chicks in a row, but I'll condom bang them all.
Yeah, I mean, I think he might have gotten you that.
Yeah, it's possible. It's man, we'll have to see. Okay, see what the ultimate outcome is.
I gotta go report. Oh, but let me come right back. Hey, I love you. Hey, I love you too, buddy. Okay, I gotta go report. In the case of the Green Room Guffaw, it looks as if Christine Evans has taken a possible side deal. Has Bonnie McFarlane lost her mind? Is Ari Shaffir?
Well, before I got here, by the way.
Is Ari Shaffir still a Jew? We'll find out coming back on the Bonfire Court. Welcome back to the Bonfire Court. I'm Dan Lusoder.
You really switch gears. Great.
Yeah, it really does.
We found out a lot today. We found out that Jay knows a joke. We found out Christine knows size. We found out that they're doing a lot of fucking in between. Finally, we go to, instead of closing arguments, final statements from both the defendant and the plaintiff. We now return to the Bonfire Court.
Mr. Shafir, proceed with your closing statement.
That's not even what we said we were going to do.
Yeah.
Mr. Okerson.
The judge fell asleep.
Yeah, I feel like if you were a judge, I'd just roll you.
Mr. Okerson.
Say not guilty.
Give me that roll,
Say no guilty.
Sustained? Oh, is it?
Overruled. I overrule. Jay, this is basically your closing argument.
This is your chance to find out what to say whether or not what Christine and I agreed on is good enough for you.
What was the ultimate agreement?
No.
One
No,
sex
I
per
talked to my
quarter,
client.
condom
She's
only.
not taking that. No.
1 sex per quarter, condom only. No coming inside them unless it's your own condom.
You could take that deal if you'd like for some other thing, but not for this.
Don't listen to her. She's had sex with one guy the last fucking 30
I don't
years.
want new pussy segregated from me, Ari. It
On the
becomes that more
road.
fun. I like going on the road.
Of course, you'll still be invited. But when you don't go,
we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That's not going to be a deal.
Thank you.
That might just be something that happens with me and Jay down the line.
Yes, see? She's not against that, but that's not the decider in this.
Not yet.
well, you just lost yourself $100.
Maybe if we ever get married, I'll let him do that.
There's money.
Or, I'll agree to that.
Okay.
My closing statement. Christine, I believe, was not joking. She was hammered. She gets in her own head. She gets wound up about shit. She had some, it has not been brought up at all, but she has said over the course of the few weeks, maybe some inner resentment for some reason, unbeknownst to me. Well, she said it. Could be some kind of resentment, anger. There was a thing trying to take me down a peg for some reason. And all I did that weekend was bring my lovely girlfriend, full paid trip down to lovely Washington, D.C.
Nation's capital.
Food, drinks. And I don't, we have had conversations about her drinking before. However, I'm not an authority figure. I don't tell her what to do. She drinks whatever she wants to drink. I mean, if I was an authority figure, she'd fight authority, but authority would always win. But I'm not an authority figure. I'm a boyfriend. She could do whatever it is she wants to do. And with that freedom...
Except make fun of your dick.
I gave her a lot of rope, or not a lot of rope, as this case would state.
Rope means dick. Rope means dick, everybody.
But even with that little bit of rope, she chose to hang me with it publicly in front of a bunch of people. I believe it was done with the intent to hurt, and I believe for that I should win this case.
Well, that's pretty gripping. Gripping indeed. I don't know where this.
So did I do good?
You did so good, dude.
Are you proud of me?
I'm very proud of you.
Christine, in your best interest, I think it'd be best if you didn't say anything.
I gotta go.
No. Mrs. McFarland, let her roll. This is how it goes.
Miss Evans,
this is how crowd work works. Let them talk a bunch.
Does the defense's case hold water?
Okay.
What if Christine goes, pause attraction, everybody.
You can't make those marks without parts of traction, which was not available on the 64 Buick Skylark.
My idol.
And obviously, how could I be talking about someone's dick in a green room if I haven't seen him in 3 years? I got drunk and fucked him without my knowledge, which shows I don't have dick memory.
Is she Marissa Tomazio? God, I would love that. Christine, you have the floor.
Okay. I wasn't trying to hurt you, Jay. I love you.
Now you address the court.
Court, I wasn't trying to hurt Jay. I love him. I was just really trying to get ahead of, being uncomfortable. The guys made comments about it. Jay's made comments about the guys mentioned art that's on my wall. And it's almost like, hey, let me fucking make everybody else uncomfortable instead of taking that on myself.
So not a joke.
Ari.
Well.
It was a joke.
I was joking.
Thank you.
But if the joke is stating a fact, that's not technically a joke.
No, that could still be a joke.
Said, let me try to make everyone uncomfortable.
Christine,
my intention.
That is still a joke. Honesty,
was to try to make
truth,
everyone
comedy.
Make people laugh.
It's funny because
now,
it's
laughing
true.
at Jay's expense is not something I should ever shoot for, no matter what.
Sure you can. You can laugh at my expense all you want. That wasn't a joke. That's not my point. You can laugh at my expense all you want. Make it funny.
You just said to make them uncomfortable, make everybody uncomfortable.
I gotta
for
go.
Once. It's not a joke.
got another
I'd
case.
rather make everybody uncomfortable than be uncomfortable on myself. Now, in my head, it's like, and the way it was explained to me, I was joking around. Now, whatever resentment I have for Jay, look,
It was explained to you that you were joking around?
No, it was explained to me the way that it was said, and I was like, I was trying to be funny.
Please. Listen, I just got to get paid and I got to go.
Trying to be funny, or was she trying to make everyone uncomfortable?
State pays you, Ms. McFarlane.
Just because
honestly,
she doesn't know if she was joking or not doesn't mean she wasn't joking.
It doesn't mean
So we're not here to judge that. I mean, we are, but
I never would have said anything like that if I wasn't so hammered. I do get a little fucked up, and I do become like a completely other person. I should know better.
No one slipped
than
you
to
9
drown.
drinks.
No, I took them all myself.
All of a sudden, you get too drunk, you turn into a not funny comedian? A not funny green room comic?
No, it was just the whole thing was fucked up, and honestly, if we didn't have the history we have in the relationship I could understand that being a new girlfriend, you being like, fuck this bitch and getting rid of her. I think because of the history and because of our relationship, you know that I love you, you know that I wasn't, I don't want to hurt you, I only want what's best for you, and I can't believe that I was like a cause of your anger and your hurt in that scenario when you were being so great to me.
I would argue any woman who had the flip side of that, which I said on the radio before when the girl called one time.
Can you imagine if Big J said, "Oh, this ex-girlfriend I had, what a great pussy she had. Her pussy was
right
so
in front of you. Her pussy was better than yours."
In front of you and other people.
We'd break up.
I never
That's a
said
breakup.
better. No matter what, you knew that his dick was bigger than yours because you made me tell you that information. No matter what,
Well, I
doesn't
can't
matter
make
that.
you do it.
No, it doesn't matter that you wanted that information. He is not better than you in any way, shape, or form.
But the worst part is you not
Drink or
being
not.
with
He's
him.
not a
His
better
dick is
lover.
bigger.
He's not a better
He does
comic. He's
have
not
a lot
better
of
looking.
Also,
I never said
and also,
better.
by the sounds of him,
Control of this order.
by the sounds of him, he's 5'2", so he's all dick. So.
That's Joey
He
City.
fucked his leg. That's what turns out happened.
It might have been big in scale.
Well, hi, I'm Dan Lou Soder, and this is the most intrigued I've ever been in my life. By the way, the Bonfire Court brought to you by Little Hug Fruit Barrels. It's straight up diabetes in plastic.
By the way, that is not Lil Hug. It is Little Hug.
Well, you know what's probably
okay,
worse
bro,
than
I'm
those.
not
got
trying
it
to
right.
get sued,
All right.
dog.
Yeah.
Also, I'm kind of excited for this.
Yeah, let's hear what the
Because we're
caller
going to go to the
said.
verdict to the Honorable Judge Jacob Bata.
Christine.
Bailiff, has the jury reached a decision?
They have.
All right. In the case between Mr. Jason Ogerson and Miss Christine Evans, the jury finds the defense overwhelmingly guilty.
Guilty. There it is. There it is.
We did it!
Ari's hugging his
I've
counsel.
never won a case. Never.
But wait, guilty of what?
Guilty
Of slander.
of slander.
Being a soggy fucking whore in a green room, you piece of shit!
That will take.
I'm going to write a book about this.
Make it up to him.
Hey,
one per quarter.
before the not guilties did surge when Christine got on the stand, but we did have an actual attorney call saying, Christine, you are guilty of libel, but Jay, you have been given through her actions of letting you have threesomes.
So does she. That's just sexism to think only Jay benefits from it and not
You've
her.
been compensated.
It really, Jay made the point of like, okay,
so an
so
attorney
he
said
pays
Christine is
everything so he
guilty.
can hit me, like.
Yeah, that's what I said. Same argument.
But you've also been compensated.
That's what I'm saying. So if I pay all the bills, can I beat up Christine?
No.
Did
Yes. That's the argument.
Did anybody say that we were right?
Can I just for the
Anybody?
record
It was
say that Jay's my
22 to
favorite
12.
lover and my favorite dick of all time?
22 to 12.
I can't believe we got 12. I
Yeah,
swear to
I
God.
heard 11 of those calls were Rich. One of them was Raina.
No, he would be calling it.
Bonnie, graciously, I will thank you for doing this because I got to be honest with you. You had a hard mountain to climb. Christine is a horrible client, it turns
She's
out.
terrible.
She went against
She's like,
everything
I'm
you
sorry.
said. Yeah, I'm such an idiot. I did it. I'm dumb.
I'm so dumb. I shouldn't drink like that. What's my problem?
Well, I think we've this has been a pretty impressive trial of the week.
I'm Red State Christine.
Yeah, it's gone a bunch of different ways. I don't know how I feel. I think it was pretty much the fun dip that was pumping through my body.
I mean, he snorted it.
I'm going to fucking crash hard.
I'm going to go downstairs and cause a scene at Chipotle.
Can I just say, though, that we lost because of Christine and you did not win because of Ari? Can we just make sure that that's clear?
I'm not taking away from Ari. I think Ari did in limited. He heard this story last night.
But I heard it for a half hour today.
You heard it from me over apparently a joint that I forced in your face in Los Angeles.
How is it slander?
Huh?
It just is.
No, it's not slander if it's true.
Libel.
And if he does have a bigger dick than you, then sorry.
It's libel.
I believe the Supreme Court defines libel as I used to know it. Fuck.
Now that I don't manage comedy clubs anymore and don't have to be nice to everybody, can I just tell him to get the fuck away from me next time we see him?
Yes.
No.
Yes, you can.
You don't have to do that. That's a mean thing to do for no reason.